brain slews, slick with ectoplasmic juice. Ecstatic energy, a fire that fuels our memory. With genealogy, with spiritual topography. Questions for your answers, we are data necromancers.
Now I know y'all been loving this right here.
L-I-M-P.
Biscuit is right here.
Because if you don't care, then we don't care.
How many glasses of water have you drinking?
None.
I had this many over the last 2 days.
Why are you counting?
I'm curious about my intake. I'm trying to feel better. Feel more alive. Huh? What?
Alright, guys. Welcome.
What is that, tea?
It's a lot of tea mixed into one. I went, there's a very amazing tea shop. I try not to buy tea from anywhere else. I try to support this lady. ZT. I looked at her. She's like, can I help you find anything? And I was like, I want whatever's next to meth. And she started laughing. She's like, Gios? Or it's called Gyoza. It's a cousin of yerba mate. I was like, yeah, I need a pound of that. This is
Concentrated.
She's
Put
like,
it into my
just
veins.
add a teaspoon. I was like, this is 4 teaspoons.
Holy shit.
But I've been diagnosed with narcolepsy, so.
When was the last time you had a flare up?
I've discovered with the help of ChatGPT, I've found the cause, and he was like, he, she, it, they,
It's
them,
your
them.
AI avatar. Can be boy or girl or not.
They were like, it's going to be triggered by fasting, by everything that I told it. And
So you have to consume more calories.
I often don't, because I was talking about this with Aaron yesterday. I am witnessing something in my children that I'm sure a lot of people are now witnessing at this point in the timeline. I'm assuming here because I wasn't around in the 70s, but your kids wanted a candy cigarette and you said no. And there was like the candy section, you walked by it or whatever. But nowadays, as a parent, there's 400 types of fruit snacks. There's 36,000 types of cereals. Don't even get me started on cereal bars, granola bars. And then there's chips. And then there's all the popsicle shit. And then there's all the juice boxes. They've infiltrated string cheese, Lunchables, yogurt.
Go-gurt. That's on Go-gurt.
It's like I've always taken my kids to the grocery store. I'm like, it's the rite of passage. It's the thing we do. But now I'm starting to see why some people I know don't, is because it's mostly between 30 to 40 battles of like, no, we're not getting the red dye number 40 laced oat milk cereal straw.
Cinnamon chimichanga
enema that like there's just, and then like the Oreos, it's like just the sheer amount of cookies. Suddenly the options are catastrophic. It is catastrophic to go to the grocery store. And then there's toys. They now put toys. I think I was at Old Navy and I sent you a picture of like they're selling toys and junk food now at little kid eye level. I'm like, it's a fucking clothing store. Fuck you guys. Like, you are constantly under attack, and on top of already not being supported in any way, like there's no stools for your kids to reach the sinks in the public bathrooms. The toilets are huge. Everybody looks at you if your kid is crying. Kids have no human rights. And then on top of that, you want to fucking just give them trash. And I like moderation. I like trash moderation. Yeah, we're at the roller rink. Grab a bag of fucking Funyuns.
You can have a little trash every once in a while.
Yeah, or at a birthday party. I don't fucking care. I've mentally prepared for you to become a demon. I know that. But every day. So now, trying to feed my kids, they like they're the option thing. Like, too many options has like entered the habit.
The system is not designed to be beneficial to you.
No.
The system is designed to milk you for every penny you have.
And it's infiltrated my home. So now, like, trying to feed Poochie is this like horrendous, very psychically taxing game of like, no, I don't want cherries or golden kiwis or mangoes or pineapple. I don't want those things. I want the one thing that you don't have. And it's just like, oh, you're starving. Like, it's at that point now where I'm like, well, then I don't know. I'm not helping you anymore. Like, I've given you, there's too many options.
It's saturated. It's super saturated. And when you have access to anything you could possibly want, you don't want anything. So you have to take it all away.
Well, I am taking it all away. I've taken it all away. But today, right, there's no snacks in the house. But there's 3 fruit options. And none of those are satisfying. And I'm like, okay, how long is this going to take to course correct? Because I'm walking away from you now. Like, don't eat. And it sucks because she's a toddler and she's supposed to, and I was telling you she's not drinking milk. She doesn't drink formula. She's not getting she doesn't like meat. She doesn't like cheese. And I'm just like, fuck.
Can we make strawberry milk?
I don't know if she'll like that. She doesn't like milk. Sometimes she does.
Maybe strawberry soy milk. But that's beside the point. I hear your struggles.
Anyways.
I'm here to help. Did she eat any of the lentil salad? Damn.
I got her to eat a little bit before I left, but Megan, this was, I guess, a couple months ago when you first brought over the lentil salad, and Pooch like went buck for the lentil salad, and I was like, yes,
achievement unlocked.
Fiber. So Megan, we went to the mall. We ripped at the mall. We had Auntie Anne's pretzels. We
hurt
fucked
my
it
tummy
up.
so bad.
Yeah, we fucked it up. But then she offered like a beautiful goddess to like make the lentil salad at my house, which she did. And then Pooch was not. She was like,
I think it's like, you know, in P90X or whatever that exercise thing is, muscle confusion. You just gotta keep changing shit. You can't ever rely on what she liked before.
oh no, I never have.
And maybe with this fucking overabundance of options, you're just like, okay, today's this, and you get that today. Tomorrow you'll get something else, but this is what you get today. And I've never raised a child before, and I don't understand how to do it. So I don't dare offer any advice, but I guess you just have to continue to barrage her with options.
Corgi, I need something that has a lot of calories because she's very little and like skinny, and I see other 20-month-olds and they're like big and beefy, and she is very small.
And meatballs aren't doing it because she doesn't want meat.
Sometimes I can get her to eat the slow cooked meat. She'll like go nuts for. She's if it's too big of a bite, she's done with the whole plate. It's maddening. Anyways, I don't want to make this all about my gripes with picky toddlers, like some Jerry Seinfeld bit. But
what's the deal with babies?
I don't want to do that. And I have my eye on the clock. But no more snacks. I'm not bringing them to the grocery store today. We're turning back the clocks, ladies and gentlemen.
Reset. We're at 0.
We're at fucking 0.
3, 2, 1, go. So Whitney, I had a question for you.
Yes, honey bunny.
A little question for you, just top of my mind. Is there any hope against Oblivion?
Oh. Megan and I were looking at cryo freezing people, and there was a little snippet on the gram of them going through it. Oh, I don't have my fucking phone. I think it's called Alcor. It's in Arizona, where they cryogenically freeze people. And I think it's $200,000. And the woman who was giving the tour, her husband is cryogenically frozen. and they choose to freeze the person before they're declared biologically dead. And there was a toddler in there. She's very cute. She had brain cancer. And her parents had a Buddhist ceremony. And Megan and I both kind of like looked at each other and were like, a Buddhist ceremony for somebody you are cryogenically freezing. Which to me, like, I watched somebody in my family lose a toddler. It's you are right there in the fucking channel of grief with everybody else since the dawn of mankind who's ever lost a baby. But you have to like wrestle with letting go.
Yeah, I don't want to be judgmental, but to me the whole point of Buddhist ideology is learning to let go and realizing that suffering comes when you become attached, because everything's constantly changing and you can't change the fact that everything's constantly changing. So the fact that they would do a Buddhist ceremony for their beautiful daughter who is gone, ostensibly, unless someday in the future.
Okay, but would you go
comes.
to a Buddhist ceremony in a cryo freezer lab? I mean, you would.
I would definitely go.
Yeah, no, I would go too.
I would bring
We would
cheese
be
stuffed
there.
pretzel
Yeah,
sticks.
yeah.
Like, I would be there. But I want to poke into their brains and see what their rationale was. Because, she's like a beautiful cloud.
Can I come out of my metaphysical closet that I deeply hide so deep in?
Yes, you
Okay.
are free here. You're safe.
In my system of belief, just because we don't have quantifiable, well, we kind of do. We don't have quantifiable, widely accepted proof that there is an afterlife, just nobody believes in it. I don't believe in heaven and hell and that sort of stuff. But I just do believe there's a transformation of energy. And I think if you brought any aspect of that spiritualistic culture back into the modern day, we wouldn't have this twisted twisted sense of like longing and like we're not in control. Also, what's our beef with control? Why do we want it so bad?
Because of our egos.
Because we're afraid?
Ourselves.
People are afraid?
There's so much emphasis put on the self, and it's like getting what it wants and paying attention to it, and all the things that come along with having a self, and it's just messy.
I get a lot of people like last night who are making cocktails for the first time, and they're like, I'm scared. And I was like, wow, this is where we're at. Like, this scares you. That's how much we've waxed off the human experience. And I'm grateful for the safety and clean water and housing and access to food and being over delighted with the amount of options and freedom that I have in this day and age. But you're afraid to shake a cocktail? Like, shit. Uh-oh. Fuck.
Well, isn't that an argument of like survivalists or like people who are gearing up for the end of the world? Like the way that we live life now in urban centers, everyone's so detached from what it takes to actually live and survive, and we're so reliant on these systems that are like shaky. I don't know how shaky they are. HEB seems pretty powerful, but people are so disconnected from the earth and from nature.
We are deeply disconnected.
And,
disconnected from pain and suffering, and
everything's clean and sanitized, and you get to like
everything's
sit
prepackaged
and just like look at your TikTok stuff, and then you go to work. You like work remotely for 6 hours, and then you go fuck off to a bar, and then you
do it all over again.
You just do it all over again, and I don't judge people who have that for their life, but I wonder if they hunger for something more.
Oh, 100%. Like, I don't know why my feed is littered with this, but I think it mostly has to do with Vice. like Vice used to be super cool a long 20 years ago, where it was like,
Oh, Vice magazine.
yeah, like actual reporting on interesting things and interesting stories.
I thought you were talking about having addictions. Like vices, like gambling and smoking cigarettes. It did used to be cool, though. It did. Go on, please. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I am also thinking about what Corgi said, what happened before birth. You know what Ruby always says? And it's so fucking funny. She's like, she says it to Lucas and she says it to me. I waited forever for you. And I picked you. I picked the right one. I picked the right mama. And I was just listening to this metaphysical podcast, and a woman on there, she had like 7 kids, and she said one of her kids would always say that too. Like, I waited in this really long line, but I finally got you. Like, I picked you. And
what an honor.
I think you're out in the void navigating it, and then you get to pick, and then you watch your parents bone, and you're like, all right, 1, 2, 3.
It's like a water slide.
You pick your suffering, you pick your dharma, you know, it's a very unsolved mysteries Robert Stack waiting area for souls. And it's just we're a prison for souls. We're here to learn right and wrong. But what was I talking about with Vice?
Vice.
Oh,
It used to be cool.
Okay, now it's like now only Vice does this. It's got to be to get Facebook fucking boomers rock hard all the time, because that's where we're
so
at.
easy to make them rock hard.
God. Oh, I just want all of them to die. Anyways.
Yes.
They keep doing these pieces on like OnlyFans models they did this one really weird one. She makes $1 million a month, and she's like, the clips that they were showing was that she's like tired. Like, she's tired of getting pummeled by whatever robot dick or space dick or wearing a cat mask, whatever she's doing. She's like tired, and they're showing that aspect of her and how she just doesn't want to do it anymore. And she's like, I don't really sleep, and then I wake up and I gotta start all over again. And she's like, but if you were making this kind of money, you would too. And I was like, nope. No, I just wouldn't.
Sure
I just
wouldn't.
like she's like, I'm just like so sore all the time. And it was like
Ew,
it was like a creepy piece a little bit, but I was like, dude, boomers, like, hemorrhoids are exploding when they can read this shit. I was like, they never thought they would get this far. They never thought in a million years you get to like peek behind the fucking online porn scenario.
You know,
and
all those
see.
fucking porn stars are so fucking sore and rashy and tired, and they have UTIs constantly, and like, why? If you want to fuck people, then fuck people, but why do it to an extent where you begin to hate your life and you hate fucking
Money,
people?
Megan.
Don't do that.
Money,
Stop it.
money. I don't understand it either. I'm like,
You don't need that much.
I mean, if I had one more motorcycle in the garage, like, I could die a happy man. And it doesn't even need to be nice. But you and I are different, and you and I sit here in front of the window and peer into the world. Just like we were talking about, like, going to a mall and how that's more of a museum experience for us than anything else.
A living museum.
It's a living, breathing museum. We saw our Lord and Savior, the caterpillar, Sunday, that became an icon on the Discord. He got like a refresh, like it's like a new printout mold. I don't know how we went from porn stars, OnlyFans people to caterpillar
Money.
Sundays.
We were just talking about money. It's all connected by money.
Yeah. That's the one thing that the line you can draw between everything.
Follow
is that
the money, my friends.
And now it's got big tits all of a sudden. Sorry. You know, okay, that brings me up. Before we saw that at the mall, I was at Starbucks because I didn't get to drink my coffee before we went to the mall, and Starbucks is a DEF CON sort of scenario because I don't like to support them.
But they are everywhere.
So I was just grabbing. I used to do this for years, and I stopped doing this because I'm not an old man anymore, but I would be like, can I get a venti triple quad Cara mocha strawberry frap? And I always thought it was really funny.
Damn.
But they never thought it was funny because they would start typing as quickly as possible.
They're at work. They
they're
don't have
at
time
work.
for things to be
And
funny.
then I remember I like really kind of hurt somebody's feelings. She was just like, oh, okay, well, what is it that you want? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I'm doing this for me. And it's like, I'm making fun of the people that never mind. I'm sorry.
Damn.
So I stopped doing it from then. But I asked her for a cup of water because I had to get a new water bottle. I've lost several of them now. That sucks. Anyways, Lydia's thirsty. My child's thirsty. And I asked her for a cup of water and she goes,
Wait.
And I wanted to scream in her face. I'm like, porn is free! Porn is free! Oh, but water? That's where you draw the fucking line?
That's gonna cost you.
Sorry, I just probably blew out the mic. I was just like so mad. And I was like, please? Could I please have a cup of water? Oh,
You made a
Lord.
purchase.
Oh, Lord of Starbucks.
You bought coffee.
Oh, Lord of Starbucks. Oh.
I am not worthy.
Oh, you're not worthy of a
We
cup of
beseech
water.
you for a cup of pure water trickling down from your bosom.
She gave me a cup of water, but I got mad that like porn is free and Facebook is free and like water is now a commodity, and I don't. We shit in it. I don't know. Anyways,
Is it the water itself or is it the cup itself?
I thought we were gonna stay on cryo. Genetically frozen people.
There are tangents.
There
There are tangents which present themselves, and I do not stray away from a tangent. Well, we were talking about the cryo shit, and then we were talking about how it seems incongruent to do like a Buddhist ceremony
we
in
want
a cryogenic scenario.
what Megan and I are trying to say, and not as terrorists, but as liberators of spirit, we want to go shut it down.
I support everybody trying to do what they can
But
to
what's
make
wrong
sense
with
out of the
Oblivion?
world.
What's wrong with Oblivion? Do you like this?
It's scary.
Is this fun?
It scares people because they're attached to what they're familiar with. And they're familiar with driving their car. They're familiar with going to dinner. They're familiar with seeing their family. And when you're presented with an unknowable, second part or whatever it is after death, you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. That's scary. But what if you just let go of knowing? Let go of having to know.
Also, can we all just look at our future death for a little bit? Can we all just like think about our wills or our living wills, or anything can happen? Can we all just like stare at it for a little bit and know that it's going to happen?
I did that this morning.
Oh, God.
I
I
was
do
like-
it every day.
Looking at them in the mirror and just like saying the Thich Nhat Hanh thing about a little girl asked him about her dog who just died. And this is a recorded session from when he was still alive. And Thich Nhat Hanh is like this famous, I think he's Vietnamese Buddhist monk. And he was very famous for protesting war and like supporting people around the world, supporting refugees. So she's like, what happened to my dog who died? I'm very sad that he's not here anymore. And he was just like, I'm sorry about your dog, but if you think about it, when you see a cloud in the sky, you don't grab onto it and try and keep it there. You just watch as it turns into rain and you see the water fall, and then maybe you make a cup of tea with the water and you drink it, and then the dog is a part of you. And it's like the analogy is good because of the water cycle. Everything stays for the most part. It just changes form. So if you can remember the clouds, then you can remember that you don't really lose things that you have had. They just sort of change form. And same thing with yourself. I'm in this body right now, chilling with Whitney, and one day I won't be, but I won't go away. I'll just shift. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Goodbye. Goodbye. You may leave the room now. Thank you.
Yeah, I have no solutions. I don't want them either. But it seems like this is where we were always headed. When you start like getting on the convenience train of like everything's, you know, and life was really hard and farming isn't easy, and not, you know, pumping your own water and making your own clothes. It's the extreme opposite of where we're at now.
But there's still like rampant dissatisfaction.
There's still rampant
and even more so.
dissatisfaction.
More people are anxious. More people are depressed. More people are...
Because we've lost meaning.
Right. Life is about the quest for meaning, your own personal version of meaning. Because we all have these selves that come out of our experience and our memories and our DNA and all of the things that make us who we are. And we cling to that idea, and anything that challenges that shakes our foundations, because our foundations are built on something that's not constant. Right, so the more history I read,
Good segue.
the more I realize that things are always the same. And it brings me back to that philosopher who said that human nature has not evolved. Because if you go and you read history books, this is the first time I'm reading this one, it's a doozy. And of course I want to read a bunch of books. It's not my only whatever. But it's always been the people who have shit trying to control the people who make the shit. And the people who can control the people who make the shit make the money, and they keep the other people distracted. And the distractions change. Sometimes the distraction is like
skin color. Sometimes the distraction is skin color.
So at the beginning of
now it's gender. Like that's the...
Yeah, like that fucking matters. Like it matters for people to have representation and to be treated fairly.
But there's segregation happening
it would
within
matter,
the narrative.
Right. Trans lives matter, and protect them at all costs. That is to say... I lost my bonk.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Pneumatic tube.
It's hard to stay on track when you're looking out the window.
There's separating classes. There's the owning class and those that...
Right. So the distractions are vast and varied. There's a lot of different distractions to choose from. At the beginning of our country, in the 18th century, the poor whites that were sent over from England to populate the colonies were constantly
all moved to
fucking
Florida,
rebelling.
ladies and gentlemen.
They were constantly trying to overthrow what they saw as the rich landowners who were exploiting their labor and just making money by grinding them into the dust. And it wasn't until those founding fathers turned all the poor whites against the enslaved blacks, as if there's something natural about being racist. It wasn't until... Because they used to strike together. They used to rebel together. They were against... It was
the rich.
Poor people and enslaved people versus the rich. And then it was transformed. It was manipulated deliberately in order to control them, black versus white. And it's male versus female. And it's cisgendered versus transgendered. And it's all these false dichotomies that don't really say anything about a person's integrity or character.
No, and I wanted to know what comes after gender.
Well, it's going to be like pro AI or anti AI.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to
Then it
be
goes
like
into, like
pro Mark Zuckerberg or anti Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways it can go. And that would be a fun thing to speculate.
Well, it's like skin color, gender, and then I was like, well, what's next?
Well, there's also like physical ability or like people who use wheelchairs or people who are autistic or people who have cerebral palsy. And it's like that kind of distinction between like, I don't know if we say able-bodied people versus differently abled people, but there's always like they're different so they're bad and we shouldn't pander to them, we shouldn't cater to them because they're, I don't know, there's like this white supremacy thread that has gone throughout history to like protect the interests of rich people, which is wholly false, entirely false, and it's still hurting people to this day all over the globe.
Yeah, like I saw that the top, I don't know if it was the 1%, but a very, 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 very narrow sliver of Americans hold 20% of the money, which is a lot.
Yeah, I think it might be even more extreme than that.
Yeah, that was the recent thing that I saw. And we see so much these days. I was thinking about every MotoGP race weekend. I don't go on social media at all. And I'm like, I feel so much better.
Why? Because people criticize the racers, or?
I see who wins. I don't want to see who wins.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, and me not going on is just like, oh my God, I don't know about anything right now. I don't know that the penguins are alive or dead or...
There's something so blissful about that ignorance.
I don't know anything. I don't know any children that are being blown up by bombs, and I've not seen it. I fucking accidentally saw that. Sorry to bring this up.
That's okay.
But you got blasted when you saw the Russians revive the dog head.
Oh.
And I saw that. And I was like, why is this in my pocket? Oh, this fascinating tale. I was like, no.
Oh, yeah, it's messed up.
Nope.
It sucks.
It was important. That guy like went on to be one of the pioneers of, bypassing technology and stuff. But I was like, why are you showing that?
What is it called? Gore porn?
Ugh.
Gorn? I don't know. There's a market for that. People want to see, like, even when we were in high school and we were like downloading shit off of LimeWire and Kazaa, we were getting like Faces of Death videos.
I saw a really fucked up video. Somebody commented, I remember trying to download a Blink-182 song and I got this instead. And I remember those days.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
you're like watching the progress bar, like, oh shit, we're about to see somebody get fucking decapitated. Like, no! We don't want to watch this. Don't put this out there. Even though I guess it happens around the world. Did somebody just get decapitated in the world?
Right now? I don't know. How frequently is somebody being decapitated? Does anybody know? Are
there statistics? I'm grateful we have our heads.
Well, yesterday I was feeling I was having a bad mental health day, and I was really upset by our political leaders, and I'm just like so deeply tired of how society is ran. Like, so deeply in my core, it's like all I think about. And I was like, I really need to start building the guillotine.
Oh, Maud had an earring last night with guillotine. I took a picture of it for you.
Let me see it. And then
it was Bastille Day, and she's French. And Bastille Day is the celebration of the overthrow of the monarchy.
Have to take a page out of the French Revolution book because they know how to get shit done. They got mad when the fucking speed limits were lowered. That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Well, and I was thinking about like what I would wear if I was. Is it a henchman or no? Who's the one?
The executioner?
The executioner. Like, I was thinking about what I would wear, and it would be like you and I were sending back and forth that dystopian. I don't know. I don't have my phone. It was yeah, Megan can bring it up. I'll put it in the webcam. I was like, that's what I would wear. I think. And I'll live stream who we're beheading. And it's gonna
where
feel
do you send me this stuff? I have too many accounts.
Instagram. I think it was. I mostly just try to stick with your rubbish cook ones that I also too don't like.
Genghis Khan killed so many people that it actually cooled the earth for 100 years. He also had a lot of descendants.
So this is what I would look like as an executioner.
That's true. And then here's my wedding dress. Nobody has to know I'm in there. That was cool, right?
That's Megan's wedding dress. Why is it crooked?
That's cool fashion, man.
I gotta get out of my brain and I gotta get into my body.
That's always been your case. You're a cerebral hootie.
I know, so is Ruby, and it's so sad. It's not good to be trapped up there.
It's a dynamic place. There's a lot going on.
It is a dynamic place.
And there's really no controlling it. You sort of just have to get out of it. You just have to find something physical that pleases you and distracts you. Not like distracted, like you're not being mindful. But that is the sort of zone you're supposed to click into. Right?
Fucking webcam.
It looks a little crooked now that I'm looking at it.
It's remember when Davis's tail like whispered on it and then it's gotta go.
Would you ever put anybody into a cryogenic tank?
No.
To preserve their body?
No, I'm with the Agora on this one. I will meditate as I watch my loved ones get eaten by vultures.
Mm-hmm. That's a sect in India?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I deeply have... I don't even know if I want to go there this late in the podcast, but I had a really profound spiritual experience that really rocked my shit, that Megan sent me such a nice message when I was in LA, because it was really, really crazy. And where was I going with this?
Meditating on impermanence.
I connected with some other people in the metaphysical community in Austin, and one of them was like, yeah, I that same exact thing has happened to me. And then somebody else was like, I too have experienced like the river of pain. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not a crazy person who's all alone just trying to figure it out. It was so nice to connect with people about these unusual experiences where there is nobody you can like, or you feel like there is nobody that you can like run and talk to, or somebody else who will understand it.
Yeah, like somebody who can shed light on something that's so
etheric,
just like mind-numbingly painful.
It was also very painful. You got little people moving in across the street. Tiny little people.
Tiny little people.
Dude, I remember doing this in my garage. That was fun.
Yeah, blue couch. Or where we had
that couch
black
got
table.
Nasty, yeah. The black table was
The
the
black
tiny
table.
little potato. Tiny little potato.
Tiny little potato. Tiny little potato.
Yeah.
Megan, we've been doing this for years now.
I love it. It's helped me become the man I am today. That's true. I'm only a man insofar as I am a woe man. See what I mean? See what I did there? Man is my species. Women is my greasies. I made macaroni and cheese for breakfast.
Shut the fuck up. Bechamel sauce?
Yes.
Yeah.
I only had a little bit of carbogenic though, so it wasn't as cheesy as I wanted it to be. But I put some parm and some pepper on it, and I fucking scarfed it up.
I have Aaron's parm cream. I also have all the pizza fixings from last night's class, which I think I could make into a quiche too.
Ooh, quiche would fuck. You could also make a fucking lasagna with all kinds of crazy shit in it. The peppers, is there tomatoes, mushrooms, onions?
There's artichoke hearts, parm cream, bacon, tomatoes, salami, and scallions. There were no, I think he toned down the peppers and the mushrooms.
You can get some puff pastry. Do you have cheese?
Yeah.
You can just make some fucking crazy little hot pockets. Or with the bechamel or with the parm cream. Yeah, fucking quiche. That'd be good. I love salami though. I would just make pizza dough.
I'm gonna make pizza because I was reading the LEA pizza procedure and I was like, oh, put it in my food processor and then just let it sit there. I was like, I don't have a pizza steel, but I was gonna just turn over a baking sheet.
They could work.
I've made naan on that like that before.
Nice. Naan in the oven?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Get it all heated up and slap it on.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it up, sister. You know what you're doing.
I know. I only burned 2 out of 6 pizzas last night. I was like,
they burned?
well, they just got like crispy on the outside. Well, and somebody in the class was like a motorcycle person, and he was asking me what I did for a living, and I was like, yeah, I'll tell you. And then I'm always like reluctant, and then he's like a big motorcycle guy. He has a Hyperstrada, and he's going to Tail of the Dragon, and so he was like talking my ear off, but I was trying to like cook everybody's outdoor pizza at the same time.
Oh, the outdoor one. Shit goes awry really fast.
No, I got it though. Like I was nailing it. Can't have it too close to the back.
Ooh.
Nobody was putting oil on their fucking crust though, so it was like pale. So when we do the one in August, I'll be more prepared.
Nice.
To like just have the bottle of oil out there and just
fucking grease it up.
Yeah, just grease it up. And how do you get the burnt cornmeal out of there though? Because that stuff starts.
We should get a brush.
Yeah, like a little brush and get it out of there. Because I was like, that's starting to catch on fire and fuck the process up. It just
burns, yeah. It does that in the indoor oven too. Every time I preheat the oven for a biscuit brunch, it smells like burnt popcorn.
Ooh, and I have a gallon of fucking blue cheese that Aaron made.
Ooh, yum.
Maybe I'll do wedge salads tonight too.
Yeah.
He just does iceberg. It's supposed to be iceberg.
I think so.
A wedge?
Mm-hmm.
A wedgie?
A roach?
What's everybody else on stream having for dinner? All 2 of you.
Say it now.
Say it now.
Say it loud and say it proud.
Corgi's having smoked meat, chicken Alfredo.
Ooh,
it's turbo time. He's having
you can make that with
gravy.
The parm cream.
Oh yeah,
chicken Alfredo.
I need a waffle iron and I need a pasta extruder.
Pasta extruder?
Pasta roller.
Almost burped into the
Megan
microphone.
almost died, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you want to borrow my waffle pan?
I'll get I've been meaning to get a.
Oh, it's like a thing you need for your household. Not something you want to make tonight.
Yeah, I feel like I could blend in a bunch of shit that Poochie would eat in the batter and then make waffles.
Hell yeah. You can also make hash brown waffles.
People have been hurt by using those. By using what? Oh, the extruders. Is that the thing that goes on the
stand mixer?
Yeah.
I think you can get an extruder for your stand mixer. It's like the same thing as a meat grinder, but with pasta dough.
Oh, that sounds kind of scary.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are extruding pasta at home. I think the roller is what they're doing, if anything. It's a little dangerous. Gets a little crazy when you're extruding pasta.
When you're extruding.
Well, did we assuage your fears of Oblivion?
Yeah, did we? Did we do that?
Oblivion doesn't have to be scary. And I'm not asking you to send me to Oblivion. Please don't misinterpret this for some ungratefulness of being alive. I love being alive. It's fucking amazing. And thinking about Oblivion makes me like it even more. So yeah, I think there is some happiness there in pondering Oblivion. What could go wrong?
I think most people who ride motorcycles also, it's like, people are like, you could die, and we're like, yeah, so, and next.
That's true.
Like, whatever. That don't faze me.
What if?
Have you ever had fun?
Have you ever felt something cool or nice?
Have you ever been cool?
Have you ever been cool for a moment in your life?
Cool? All right, good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night.
Thank you.
Keep your butthole tight.
Oops.